I can go on. Yes, the latest one is on, well, natives, status of natives. What is it? Maria Udao. And they said that, yes, a mixed marriage only between natives, original natives would be natives. And I tell you, if that is to be imposed, there will be soon no native race in Sarawak. I can guarantee you that. And therefore, I think the decision that was made by the cabinet to resolve this by cabinet decision is not satisfactory. We need to go into the law, amend the federal constitution. We need to make it very clear in Sarawak, the constitution of Sarawak need to be amended and make it very clear. And on this score, I think the Sabahan situation is much better than the Sdr. I know that at least if one is a native, the children would be native. Now, that is, of course, you need to get certificate from the natives leaders, elders to confirm that. And civil service, I think that is very clear as well. Civil service is the same thing in Sarawak. I just been informed, of course, that most of the heads of departments, of federal departments in the state are all headed, otherwise almost all headed by the West Malaysian. Sorry for those who come from West Malaysia, but this is rights enshrined in Malaysian agreement of 1963. One of the areas that has been agreed upon, that we should not be, that the civil service in this area should be filled by the locals. But if you look at the whole system itself, even simple public commission, public service commission, for example, how many are from Sarawak and Sabah sitting on it? I was told that not many, but majority of them, I think if you talk about percentage, perhaps it's just less than 10% members of it. What about the federal, there is another one they call the Administration Diplomatic Service, I think, ADS department, which trained diplomat. And I was told by my friend who was there at the time that he was recruited, the only one from Sarawak, one of those recruited, more than 100 of those things. That's why we end up, how many ambassadors are from Sabah and Sarawak representing Malaysia? As far as I know, for the native, the Dayak in particular, I know of only, of course, Dato' Daniel was the ambassador, High Commissioner, and Dato' John Bidayu is ambassador diplomat. I mean, beside those things, I think after 47 years, friends, 47 years in Malaysia, and you talk about this, less than 5 names. So where is that federation spirit and intention that we had to be equal partners in the federation? Language and education, yes, I think that is very clear. We talk about Bahasa Malaysia is the national language, English to be second language. In education itself, I think this is where I like to see. In Sarawak, what about my language, the Dun Bawang's language, the Kelabits and the Bisaya? I know the Ibans, they have it in schools, and in Kedazan Dusun in Sabah. I know the Bedayus, but what happened to other languages, other races in Sarawak? Why there is no emphasis on it? Why people are not concerned with that? We have equal rights as Sarawakians, as indigenous people of the state, to insist on this. And they said there is no people. Of course, the government must come in, the federal government must come in, make sure that this is enforced. People come in and volunteer to be trained teachers in the language, in the dialects, you see. I'm afraid, for me, I think soon, even now my children, even my own brother, sister's children, who pure Bawang, are even speaking half of it. Setengah-setengah Bawang. Now, I mean, 15 years down the road, we're gone. No entity as indigenous people. Representing the federal parliament and the Senate as well, this is where they have failed us as well. I think it's very clear in the agreement of Malaysia then that Sarawak and Sabah should be special. It should be that they should consider the representation from Sabah and Sarawak, not counting on the population, on the people, but the issues that also must be considered, the factors considered is the distance of the area, the huge area that the constituency is involved, and today you look at it, one state constituency or one parliamentary constituency in Sarawak is as huge as one of the state is Semenanjung, and yet, only one representation. And why are we not asking for that? And why our leaders are not asking for that, And like Param, for example, you think of developing Param, you think of speaking and be involved in life of these people in Param, you'll be paying drums and drums of petrol, to cover that area. And that's the reality. And I think one, of course, our leaders must be also contributing to the whole thing, and also the federal leaders should consider this whole area as well. So now these are the areas that I can just think of in my own observation, my own experience in the last few years that I've been doing this kind of works in the society as activists and NGOs and as lawyers for the native. And I see, and I say that I don't think that partners have been true to that promise of 1963. And I feel that even up to this stage, they have not been responsible. And there is what we call in law a fiduciary duties of the government, the federal in particular, and even the state as partners to this government towards the citizen, towards the ordinary people of Sarawak, that they should take care of each one of us in the spirit of Malaysian agreement. But I'm sad to say, and I think you would agree with me as well, would they have failed? And I remember, the economic issues of this whole thing. I was in KL those years in the 80s, where we were studying in Shalam, ITM. All of us Sarawakians, we were amazed at the way that the lorong where we lived had been sealed entirely. We were there for 3 years now. I think not less than 3 times. And we look at how the ball, the time, and we remember Lawas. I remember Lawas, and that road in Lawas that had been over and over for the last 60s years. In the 60s, it was only tarred and sealed. When? Before the late Judson, I think when he was appointed as the Assistant Minister of State, then it was tarred sealed. I mean, the disparity in the economic development of the whole state of Sabah Sarawak vis-a-vis Semenanjung. And I'm sad to say, and I would say that they have failed us in this area. I think time is up. Thank you very much for your patience.